All right, so time now for business, and Sandra Afenu is here with the details. Hello, Sandra.
Hello, Israel. How long have you been hearing ghost names on the payroll?
For as long as forever,
yes.
Several years, decades.
Yeah, but looks like we're just going to have final solution to it because they're going to be paying government workers through e-switch. I don't know how that's going to work, but
it could work, though.
Yeah, we have details in business.
All right.
Hello, good evening. My name is Sandra Esinam Afenu. I'm always here for business. The Controller and Accountant General's Department, in collaboration with the Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement System, GIPS, is to issue e-switch cards to all public sector workers for salary payments. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who disclosed this at the launch of the Ghana Dual Card System, says the move is to expunge ghost names from the country's payroll. The Ghana Dual Card is an integration of the e-switch card and the Ghana Link card, which will be used for digital transactions.
The Ghana Dual Card has been designed to give holders access to their funds on the e-switch card and their bank accounts. According to Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Ghana becomes the first country in the world to introduce such mere transaction platform. Public sector workers will be issued with the e-switch card, which will allow them to have access to their salary payments on the e-switch platform. This will not only enhance government digitization drive, but help curb corruption through the elimination of ghost names from the payroll.
Will be e-switch, and that will make sure 100% that for the whole public sector payroll, we can say that there will be no ghost workers on the public sector payroll. The problem of ghost workers is going to be solved once and for all. We are using technology and digitization to solve this problem. So all workers will get their pay normally. It's just the filter through the e-switch so that we can make sure that someone is not on NAPCO and at the same time claiming salary from afforestation or that sort of thing. Well, we will have a full view of everybody and it will eliminate ghost workers. And that's where we are going. We need efficiency, and this is where we are going.
On his part, Chief Executive of the Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement System, Archie Hesse, noted the introduction of the dual card will reduce the cost of transaction as well as cost of producing the cards by various banks.
What we have decided to do in collaboration with our partners, our financial partners, is to combine the features and functionalities of the two cards. This gives financial institutions an option to either issue individual e-switch card or GH Link card, or even issue the GH Dual card, which has both applications on them, depending on the customer's preference. We foresee the GH Dual card initiative significantly bringing down the cost of the card production for financial institutions and, by extension, the cost of transactions for their customers.
The card is linked to both Ghana Link ATMs and point of sales terminals. Ibn Sabote's report for Joy Business.
The Association of Ghana Industries, AGR, has cited the high cost of electricity tariffs as a serious impediment to businesses in the second quarter of 2019. This was contained in the AGI Business Barometer, which has also measured the business confidence in Ghana for the same period. There's more in the following report.
Well, the AGI Business Barometer report exposed some issues in the economy that government needs to prioritize with policy interventions towards economic growth. Top on the chart was the high cost of electricity tariffs. CEO of the association, Sek Chuma Kwabwa, is appealing for immediate solution to this issue.
The Business Barometer measures short-term view about the business environment. So anything that is very pertinent then comes out quite strongly. You know, there are issues, for example, when the city depreciated, everybody became very agitated. So then it becomes a big issue. So, but if you reflect, over the years, for the past 10 years, access to credit has always been a problem.
In all, business confidence for the second quarter of 2019 rose up to 103 points, up from 99.3 points in the first quarter. Also, the exchange rate was seen to have stabilized over the second quarter, a development the AGI has attributed to some prudent economic reforms, including the reduction in policy rates.
Business confidence appears to be bouncing back from 99.28% to 103.2 points in this second quarter, which, according to our barometer that we just discussed. Nonetheless, we all know there's still high cost for raw materials, high cost of electricity in our part of Ghana as compared to the ECOWAS region.
Meanwhile, the AGI is projecting a deepened economic confidence in the third and fourth quarter of 2019.
In other news tonight, new tax measures outlined in the supplementary budget are expected to rake in some significant amount of revenue to the state. A breakdown of the revised revenue estimate shows that the country could derive an additional 513 million Ghana cedis. George Wafi has more in the following report.
The data showed that the energy-related revised taxes would bring in the highest in terms of what the state realized by December this year, bringing in more than 200 million Ghana cedis. The review in the communication service tax, which has been increased from 6 to 9%, should bring in about 100 million Ghana cedis to help hit the end-of-year target of 524 million Ghana cedis. The Finance Committee's report revealed that government was forced to increase these levies because some of the tax types were underperforming. For instance, the energy debt recovery levy that government was hoping to realize 236 million Ghana cedis for the first half of this year, it however just got 32 million Ghana cedis. On the increase in the energy debt recovery levy, the Finance Ministry said it had to do this to help issue more bonds to finance the energy sector debt. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta is optimistic these measures would help government meet its 58 billion Ghana cedis end-of-year target for revenue.
Because clearly GRA has not met its targets, but has always had close to 20% increase each year. We have changed the leadership, and we are changing some of the other senior personnel to really encourage performance culture in that place. I'm optimistic that with the focus that we are putting on them, that GRA will be able to deliver.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
However, there are some economists and analysts that are still doubting this projection, insisting that government would end the year on another bad note because these revenue targets are too ambitious. In a related development, the taxes are yet to secure the president's signature to aid its implementation this week, as projected by the Finance Ministry.
All right, coming up next is the local news summaries, where President Akufo-Addo has launched the second season of Presidential Pitch Initiative and Entrepreneurship Competition. Details plus more coming up in our local business news summaries.
President Akufo-Addo has launched the second season of the Presidential Pitch Initiative, an entrepreneurship competition for persons between the ages of 18 and 35 years. Presenting cash awards ranging from 25,000 to 60,000 Ghana cedis to the contestants, the president explained that these awards are grants and not loans and represent the continuing demonstration of government's commitment to providing seed capital for some of the nation's enterprising youth to enable them to run successful businesses. Ghana and Israel have signed a cooperation agreement to combat the cocoa swollen shoot virus disease. Ghana is the world's second largest producer of cocoa, the chief ingredient in chocolate. However, a myriad of challenges, including diseases such as the swollen shoot, have been militating against annual production targets. South African department chain Woolworths has pulled the plug on its Ghanaian business after closing its 2 stores there in a second retreat from West Africa. The Cape Town-based clothing and food retailer said, following a comprehensive review of its operation in Ghana, they have closed their 2 stores in the country. According to Reuters, it did not give reasons for the closures.
That's all for business for now with me, Sandra Esinam, and I'll be back after 8 p.m. I will be having a conversation on the business of sports, who are the big spenders ahead of the closed-in deadline for the EPL.